This is sim racing, and I'll be showing you how I drive and also teach you some things that I have learned. In this first race, I will be starting in P20, which means I'm starting at the very last place. The AIs in this game are very aggressive to the point that they'll push you off the track, so we'll try to avoid them as much as possible. Now, I managed to make some moves and actually move up from P20 to P16 or 16th place. We have a situation here where I'm attacking the car in front using the inside line or the green line right here, and you might wonder, why not the outside or the right side? Simple explanation. The inner part of the turn is much shorter than the outer part, meaning when you're attacking, you have a much higher chance of success when you use the inside line. Now, there are different ways of attacking. One of them is dive bombing as shown in the video, and most of the time, it is successful when you know what you're doing. Now, another way of attacking is overtaking using DRS. But what is DRS or drag reduction system? It is essentially when the rear wing of the car opens, giving it a massive boost in aerodynamics. Think of it as a boulder getting lifted off your shoulders. It is now lap 6 and I've decided to use the one-stop strategy. Now, what is the one-stop strategy? It is the strategy where you only go into the pit lane once. There are also other strategies like the two-stop strategy where you go into the pit lane twice. But what is the pit lane? The pit lane is the lane that you go into to swap out your tires for newer ones. Older tires means you go slower and newer tires means you go faster. The first race that I went into was very easy, so we're gonna try a much more difficult racetrack. Normally, in this turn, you do not brake, you just keep on going. But since we have a car right beside us, we have to let him go. Now, we have here a hairpin. A hairpin is a type of turn that is designed like a hairpin, and since there's a lot of cars blocking our way, we have no other choice but to take the inside line. Now, I want you to guess which way I would go, on the inside or on the outside. We're gonna go on the attack and take the inside. Now, we have here an example of a poor execution of a dive bomb.
Hey! Come on, man! That's too easy!
So, I made a mistake here. My car is currently on the inside line and the car on the outside line has a much better advantage over me because his car is placed correctly. In racing, you have to utilize everything that you've got, especially the mistakes of your opponents. Like what is shown here in the video, I managed to overtake my opponent because he made a mistake. We're at this hairpin once again, and this time we have more space and we're actually able to take the optimal racing line. Now, I don't know why I went into the pit lane even though my tires were still green, which means they were still good, but it didn't really affect the race that much, and it even gave us a much better challenge, so yeah. And that will conclude the very first video of this channel. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something new. And like, share, and subscribe for more. God bless.
When we have our arguments, tell me how I always lose. Either way, let's run away. Past close, straight to the we got through.